Greetings, Commander. Sorry for the delay there. Oh, my word. When these little ones want to go off, they do kick off. Ah, dear. And I can't get Alien back. Why is the volume gone? Sorry, Alien. I am clicking frantically on the button and is not letting me restore your call. What on earth is going wrong with this?
Ooh,
Oh, there you are. Hello.
I'm here now, am I?
Excellent. Yes, you're there. There. Don't know what
And
was
I
going
just
on.
started playing a game with the chat.
Oh.
Guess the movie phrase.
Oh.
So I replaced the word Kerrash with part of the movie phrase. So what I put in the chat was Kerrash, Kerrash, wherever you are. So if you replace Kerrash with the bit I replaced it with, which is actually repeated in the phrase, you might guess the movie.
I'll leave that to the viewers. It'd be unfair if I was to guess. Alright, let's move this up so I can see what I'm doing. And there we go.
Oh, it's very dark at your base.
Yes, I should have left it on this view instead of going back to the default placeholder screen, actually. The actual, I say it's like a menu screen, it's kind of like the selection screen there. It is actually rendered in real time as the planet's rotating, so it will change if you leave it for a day or two, which is excellent. It's really a real good detail they've put into this game, actually. And it's getting better and better with each release. I mean, this is only the 0.23 release, so there is a lot more to come. So we have 43 science now. Not quite enough to get the next stage there.
Now, I've mentioned Kerbal multiplayer to you before, and apparently what I've heard is someone developed a mod for multiplayer in Kerbal, and they've taken that and they're trying to incorporate it into the game.
Ooh, now that would be good fun to play with, actually. I'd love to give that a
Yeah,
go.
but from what I've heard, they're doing a hash job of it.
Really? Yeah, I heard that there's a kind of a... I did look at it up on the wiki, actually, and there was some talk about it kind of working, but you have to kind of agree with each other when you want to speed up time and everything like that. It kind of gets a bit screwy. I don't know how that works. I mean, especially if you had something which is in low orbit and you just want to get it into space quickly or sort of thing. You couldn't. You'd have to run it in real time until everyone else was ready. I think that could get a bit annoying. I think if you had something which was more meta, like you had two competing space agencies working for points or funding or something like that, I think that would work. But having two people trying to play in real time I don't think that's really going to work very well. So I'm going to try something crazy. I don't know whether this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. Do I have... Yes, I have landing gear. Excellent. So I'm going to try and make my first attempt. An attempt is the appropriate word. Attempt to get to another planet. Or body. Stellar body, I should say. We'll give it a go. Now we've got the very large boosters. I think we might be able to do it. And of course we've got the LV45 engine now, which is going to make a big difference to what we can do. Now the main difference between that, I mean, when I first played this, I saw you got the LVT30 and the LVT45. I was like, they looked identical. One of them had slightly, I think the newer one had slightly less thrust than the older one. So I kind of looked at it and thought, why on earth would you want to use a newer engine with less thrust? But of course it makes up for that in the fact that it's got a lot more vectoring, so it can gimbal about a lot more and give you some attitude adjustment and everything, which is nice. You could really do with that sort of thing. So alright, I think we're going to need a bit more fuel. I'm guesstimating here. I mean, really, and I've seen a lot of people do some really nice things, particularly, again, back to Scott Manley again, but he's done some nice things with working out the exact delta V of the craft and everything like that, so he's very accurately working out what you can do with that, and I'm nowhere near that good, so we're just going to play it by ear, and I think that's probably going to be enough to do it.
Fiery Toad says you might need to use the asparagus method. So you're going to have to explain what the asparagus method is, because I ain't got a clue what he's on about.
Does he? I think is he referring to the kind of like peeling off piece by piece as it's launching? I think is that what he's referring to?
I don't know. He might want to say on the chat.
Yeah, I mean, if just clarify, I think that's what he's referring to. I might be way off, but there we go. I'm gonna chuck a couple of extra ones on the outside edge because I'm paranoid my stability is going to be way off there. I'm going to have no other control. So I've got the vectoring engine at least in the middle there, which is going to give us our directional control. The solid boosters, we get rid of those, and we get rid of that phase, and then the middle phase, and hopefully that's our landing phase. Now I've seen Scott Manley do this with virtually nothing, literally like a shoebox, but he's so good at this, it's sickening. There we go. I think that's all we can get away with for now. And the idea is, and this is another trick that I've learned from other people, is to not go for the moon, but actually there's a smaller body a little further out called Minmus, and it's easier to get to because it has less gravity. So
Is that a comet?
I don't know what it is. It's like a small bluish green kind of asteroidal body. It's very, very small. So the gravity is very low. And it's further out and it's on a slightly kind of oblique orbit. It's a weird kind of ascending thing to it there. But yeah, it seems like it would be harder because it's so much further out, but it's actually a heck of a lot easier because of the lower gravity. So, right, let's cross our fingers. I mean, plan this. Wow. Woohoo! Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to space we go. I've just noticed the... Oh yeah, that's going to screw me up if I don't follow that correctly. I've actually twisted the position of the cockpit on top, so I need to pitch down in order to go to the east. I'll have to make sure I do that properly. Hi-ho! Okie dokie, so we've burnt virtually no fuel on our second stage, and we've got all the way up here 13,000 meters, which is pretty good, on nothing but solid fuel, so hopefully this will give us enough to get into a nice orbit. Fingers crossed anyway. So we're up about 15,000 now. We're going to be going on the dark side of the planet to make this ascent. Doesn't make much of a difference really at this stage in the game because we don't have solar panels and we're getting plenty of electrical production from the liquid engine, so we're not going to run out of electricity anytime soon. If we wanted to go any further we might be in a bit of trouble really because you need the extra battery power, but there we go. Okie dokie. Didn't really want to use any more of this fuel from the next stage, but we're struggling to get there. Come on. Try and keep this time to apoapsis. I need to keep it out by a few seconds. Come on.
So I take it if you didn't speed time up at all
Mhm.
in the game,
Mhm.
it would take you 4 days to get to the moon.
um, it would take a realistic amount of time, but it wouldn't take 4 days because what they've actually done is the entire universe is a tenth scale. So everything's been zoomed down slightly, so you don't have to deal with those realistic timescales, which is very nice of them.
7.2 hours then.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. It does take a few hours to get out there. Um, Surprisingly long time, but yes, it is a realistic amount of time. Let's put it that way. Okay, we're gonna have to use some of this middle stage to push our apoapsis up because I have not.
Yep. Maxern saying all the precious fuel you were burning. My precious Gollum.
Ah, my
Not a very good Gollum impression. I don't do a good Gollum impression.
Oh dear, I forgot most of the quotes from that now. Dear, dear, dear.
I could just imagine the picture with Sean Bean at the Council of Elrond holding his hand up and the caption being, "One does not simply learn to play Kerbal Space Program."
No, no, tell me about it. That would be very apt. Oh god, it's a bit of a mare, I tell you. Yeah, I have run into some serious issues with this now. I have not even got anywhere near enough of a trajectory to stop myself coming back down. Okay, I think I'm going to retry that one because otherwise we're going to be here forever watching me fail, which, as funny as that might be, we're not actually achieving anything. So let's give that a go, and I think I know where I went wrong. There we go. Let's get this back up. Come on, come on. Still seems to be a little... it's tilting to one side, which is making things a little awkward, so I'm trying to compensate for that as best I can. But we don't have any aerodynamic structures or anything yet. I can't actually... these wing tips are literally just stability only. You know, they won't actually help me to steer the direction of the craft at all, which is a bit of a pain. So we're up to 10,000 meters now. Let's start to get this to bank over slightly. Oh dear. Can throttle right back, I think, now. Try and conserve some of that precious fuel until we get into the upper atmosphere. Come on, gotta keep it above 200 meters per second or I'm gonna be running into issues. Come on, come on. There we go, there we go. It's a fine balance, there's a balance on that throttle. Feather it slightly.
See, now I've got the Ring poem in my head, but for Kerbal Space Program. One
Go on.
stage to burn the fuel, one stage to find it.
Oh dear.
One stage to look so cool, and oh, I can't think of the last one.
Yes.
In the land of Kerbal, where the space program lies. I don't know. I could probably, if I put my mind to it, do it properly, but I just get silly things like that pop into my head sometimes.
One Kerbal to rule them all. Oh dear, dear, dear. Right, I'll try and keep the throttle up a bit more, get us up into a higher orbit before I think that was half of the problem there. We didn't actually get ourselves into a nice high enough orbit. And when you're at
That
this
white line, is that... Sorry.
Mhm.
That white line that was coming out of the planet, was that from your base?
No, no, it's something to do with, I think it's the ascending and descending nodes of my current trajectory. I'm not the right person to explain that, but it's I know that that's what it refers to, I'm pretty sure, but
Right.
I don't know exactly understand the significance of it. All I know is that I need to pay attention to it when I'm attempting to reach other
It's like
bodies.
someone shining a billion candle watt torch up into space.
It does look a little like that, actually. I suppose if I get myself into a trajectory where I'm going to be reaching where I need to get to, I can quickly zoom out and take a look, actually. Yeah, so if you look at it from this view, it kind of makes sense. It's where the planet is, where you got the white line of the planet, the Kerbal orbit, and then you've got the green line, which is the orbit of the planet I'm heading to. Now it actually points to the ascending and descending node, like I said. So it's the position at which that thing appears to ascend above the orbit of the other thing. I'm probably not explaining that very well, but it's kind of because the orbit of the planet I'm heading to is on a like a 10%, 10-degree angle compared to the Kerbal's orbit. There's a position at which it kind of tilts around. It's almost like an axis. It's an axis where those two orbits rotate around each other effectively. So let's I haven't got much time to do this, but I'm trying to quickly add a maneuver node so I know. There we go. I've got to burn for 5 minutes. I don't think I can have enough fuel for that, but let's try it anyway. I didn't bank over soon enough, I don't think, so it's going to take 4 minutes of burn time. My god, that's a lot of burn. I don't think I have done that efficiently enough. And every second I am not doing that, we are falling back towards the ground. So I've left it too long. We don't have enough in orbit. It's definitely more effective than the last attempt, but still, I wasn't quick enough on there. So I don't think we're going to get ourselves into a nice position. We're going to be re-entering the atmosphere in a minute, which is going to drag on us and slow us down. And I can't even speed up time. That's the frustrating thing. I mean, you watch some of these YouTube videos back on there, and they speed through these sections ever so nicely, and you have to watch me boringly just doing each one of these maneuvers. Yeah, I left it too long. I should have kept the thrust up when I was making that maneuver. Damn.
The thing I found with watching some Let's Play videos is some of them they'll skip through bits. And you're like, no, hang on, I wanted to see how you do that.
Yeah, you can see all the fails. I show you how not to do things, so you know what mistakes not to make. See,
I wasn't
providing a
meaning
service.
you. I was meaning other people, where they skip through bits you actually want to see.
Yeah, I do find that kind of annoying sometimes. I'm like, you've just gone through that so quick. I'm like, what? Sometimes you just need to step back and pause it and see what's going on. So I'm quickly re-entering the atmosphere. I think this is going to end up with an epic fail. But hey, if we do survive it. Now, let's just restart that one, I think. Closer, but no cup of tea. I'm wondering whether we should add some more power. Should we add more power? See, I want to take those other engines off. The problem is we can't, because I think if, like mentioned earlier on about the asparagus technique, I don't think I can do that yet because I don't have any like fuel pipes or anything like that, so I can't have the outer fuel tanks feed into the inner fuel tanks and then peel off. I can't really do that. The solid boosters are going to give us an effective. I think if I'm careful, I can do it, but I'm just not planning this very well at the moment. So let's just try this again. This thing wants to just go instantly into a roll, which is kind of, wasting some of our vertical velocity, but there we go. fighting the stick all the time. I don't know why this one is slightly unstable. I don't know what it is. Yeah, we're tilting off to the side again. I think we're gonna have to make a tweak to the design. Maybe it's the 3 landing legs is giving us a bit of difficulty, considering we've got. Let's put 4 landing legs on there. And whilst I'm at it, actually, let's pick the whole thing up and turn it around so we can bank correctly when we get over there. I'm hoping that should be stable. Let's have a look at the yeah, center of gravity seems better now. Okay, let's try that. Maybe I screwed up something there when I twisted it around. Bum 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 bum. So I'm hoping the stream's holding up for everyone tonight. I'm getting the old green light on the stream. It seems to be coming well. Does the quality look okay to you, Alien, on that?
Yeah, looks okay to me.
Excellent.
I think everyone's watching The Voice and whatever else is rubbish is on TV.
Leave them to it. Keep, as long as they don't use my bandwidth, I don't care. Oh, this thing desperately wants to go into a complete roll. It's really, really fighting me every moment. I don't know why. I don't understand what the issue is with it. It's just those boosters. It's those boosters. I wonder if it's those extra tail fins. That is really stupid. It could be though. The extra tail fins I had on the boosters, I might have put them slightly off center, and that's enough to throw them. Let's just throw the damn things away, because I don't think we need them. I don't think they're adding enough to the equation to be worthwhile. Let's get rid of the damn things.
You mean like the wings you put on the space plane the last time you were playing Kerbal Space Program?
Shush. Yes, like those. Alright, yeah, oh, still got a bit of roll to it. Maybe it's the... Arguably that is better, but less so. See, this is the thing. You spend all this money, or all these science points, you get these aerodynamic fins, and they just don't seem to be effective. We will get there. Maybe I should put them on the outer edge. The problem is they add a little bit of lift as well. If you read the description of them, they do add a little bit of lift as well. So I don't know whether I'm just using them incorrectly, and I'm getting lift on one side of them as opposed to the other, which is causing it to go off center. This is the thing. You have to be really quite accurate with the snapping the components on, otherwise it will cock up entirely. Come on.
No, Kerbal, don't walk under the rocket!
I wouldn't put myself in that position. Yeah, it's fighting me again. It wants to go against the pull of gravity. Come on, stop tilting, you stupid freaking thing. No, it just wants to go off on a tangent, which is completely inefficient. The worst way to go. If you go west, you are fighting the rotation of the planet as well, which is the worst way to go. And then I got to bleed off all that energy. I got to waste all that energy doing that. But hey, we're going this way now, so let's use what we've got. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Epic fail! Staging fail! Oh no! Oh no! I just oh dear! Oh, you're gonna see this in a second. All my stages just failed epically. Oh god, that was nearly a complete and utter failure. I think I could probably save it. I'm tempted to see whether he survives. I have no image. That's it. Oh, there we go. I had no idea how much fuel was in there. So we're in orbit. There's bits of ship flying behind us. Oh my god.
Just to be clear, you said ship.
Ship. Yes, yes. As in spacecraft. Yes. Oh dear. Mind you, behind this Kerbal right now, and I expect there is. Oh dear. That was an epic fail. Although, I will use this. I will use this mission if I land in the mountains, which is looking like that's where I'm going to land. I can actually gain more science points by doing experiments in the mountains, which is stupid, but I can. So heck, let's use the damn thing and see if we can unlock the next phase. See, it's if you've got all the parts, this game is quite easy. If you don't have the parts, it's really quite challenging to get it right. Oh no. Oh, epic fail. Oh, I forgot that the parachutes they deploy based on the radar altitude. Yeah, there's a slight bug in the way the game works. If you speed up time, anything past 1, and you are, yeah, in the physics basically kind of slightly glitches. Let's put it that way. So it will actually snap the parachute strings right off your ship, which is what just happened. Nice. Okay, I really don't get why now I'm fully throttling westwards, and the damn thing is not really turning to the west. Throttling, pitching, yawing, rolling, whatever. One of those vectors going in that direction. Epic fail number 1, epic fail number 2. Seriously, just leave flags everywhere. I mean, hundreds of them. Whee! Woohoo! Oh my god. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Worst possible orbit trajectory, but there we go. So it seemed to help leaving the STS. The STS, in case I haven't explained, actually is the stability system. Automatically compensates for dodgy pitch and roll and stuff like that. Seems to be better if I leave it off to begin with, so maybe there's something I'm doing wrong there. Do you know, I'm thinking, I'm just going to gun it. I'm going to get it as the highest orbit we can. I'll do science in high orbit above Kerbin, and that will be worth some more points as well. So let's just give that a go. Poor little Jeb. Jeb's wondering what on earth I'm doing. Thought this ship was supposed to be going to another planet. No, no, you're just a test flight. Sorry, Jeb. Speed up time. Oh, yeah. I don't know, it might come across in the stream, might be a little too small to notice actually, but you'll notice when you speed up time, again, there's another problem with the physics there, that it will, you see all the sections of the craft kind of bunch together, like the physics has got some spring mechanic in there, and they all kind of compress under the effect of the force of the engine. And yeah, it's not the best thing to do, particularly when you are oh, sorry, just trying to get that tilted over slightly there. Yeah, the compression of that will sometimes cause your ship to tear itself apart, which is a bit of a problem, as you can well imagine. Come on, come on. If I touch that apoapsis, I'm screwed. So the apoapsis, I hope that's how you pronounce it. That's the position. Oh, I just touched it. That's the position where you basically reach the highest point of your flight, effectively. And I'm like minus 1 second, minus 1 second away from reaching the peak point of my my flight. So I just minus 2. So I'm kicking it out slightly. I don't think I've got anywhere near enough fuel to do that effectively, but I'll keep thrusting away and see where we get to. What's that in the chat there? Ken Payton, barbecued Kerbal. I've done that before. I did do a mission where the poor little dude just ended up falling back to Earth outside of his spacecraft. Sorry, or Kerbal, wherever. Kerbin. So at least we're in orbit trajectory now. We're 800 meters per second. Not the most efficient burn ever. Probably the least efficient. We're fighting against the rotation of the planet. You can probably actually see it moving underneath me, so... But we are pushing the apoapsis out 10 seconds out. That's cool. So according to this, we need to do a nearly 3-minute burn. That's gonna take a while. I'm sorry, guys. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about speeding up the time when I've got the throttle turned up to maximum. It's a right pain in the backside. Nothing I can do about that. Have I lost you, Alien? You still there? I haven't lost.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
still here.
sorry.
I'm looking up JFK's "We Go to the Moon" speech.
Oh, right. Not because it is easy.
Yeah, and... Oh, yeah. I was going to try and do it in my best JFK voice, but it probably wouldn't be a very good JFK impression, to be fair. And then I thought, well, I can bring up the audio of it. Well, if I click on an audio, I might hear it on my computer, but would you hear it? And I didn't just want to click on it and suddenly interrupt you with this JFK and you going, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, not to mention the issues I have with copyright on YouTube afterwards. Bless them. Yeah, I know they're trying to protect...
I think you're safe if I read it out in my normal voice.
Should be okay.
Just a little bit of it, not the whole thing. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Excellent.
Just a little bit of what he said.
Love that. Excellent quote.
I think he only made one silly quote. Yeah, one mistake quote.
Mm-hmm.
Ich bin ein Berliner.
Oh.
And if you know your German, what Kennedy meant to say was, I am from Berlin. But ich bin ein Berliner actually means I am a jelly donut.
Slightly wrong.
It's true. I promise you it's true. I have a very good friend who is German who verified it.
Bloody hell.
It really does mean that.
It's surprising how much a slight difference in pronunciation can make something so different.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
But the prize for the ultimate quote mess up when saying things has to go to W. Bush. George W. Bush.
Oh, I think he could win that prize a dozen times over. Some of the things he came out with. What was?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
My favourite.
Misunderestimated. That one. That was one of my favourite ones. Just his
my
words.
Favourite one.
Yeah.
My favourite one is fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, fool can't get fooled again. That's literally what he said.
Oh, bless. You do wonder why we let these people take charge. I suppose we're the bigger idiots for letting them get into office, I suppose. Oh, dear.
We're not going to go into that. That's a whole controversial debate.
No politics on this. Oh, we won't do politics. Now, apparently somewhere in this large desert which I'm landing in, which I've decided to go to my fallback plan and take some science
Crashed
from
in the
this desert.
desert.
Yeah, yeah, crash land. Um, apparently there is actually a hidden pyramid with little Kerbal artwork and all over it, but I haven't seen it myself. I don't know the exact coordinates. I will have to find it one day. If I do find out where it is, I'll put it in the stream one night. But we are going to land somewhere in the desert. It's somewhere around this vicinity, actually. But I don't know where exactly. I think it's up in the mountains on the left of the desert there.
I so hope that Frontier go literally OTT with the amount of little things you can find in the game.
Yeah, I would love to see a lot of references and things to like Monty Python and Hitchhiker's Guide and things like that. Loads of little references, subtle things that don't, spoil the feeling of the game, but just subtle little references would be really nice.
Yeah, that Michael's quoted as saying he's made 110,000. Well, not him personally, but Frontier have made 110,000 corrections or
My
alterations
God.
or something, haven't they?
Really? Jesus.
Yeah, you. This isn't news to you. You know about this.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they've generated the universe,
Oh, yes, yes.
and they've made something like
Yes. I know what you
110,000
manual
corrections.
alterations based on
Yeah.
the procedural generation over the top of it. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm just hoping 109,000 of them are little tiny Easter egg
Just
things for us
little
to find.
That'll be lots of detail. Oh, I'd love to see that. Oh, there's a little oasis over there. At least Jebediah's not going. If he flies over that direction, at least he's not going to die of thirst before we recover his vessel. There's a little oasis in the background there. So let's get the landing gear out to help a little bit. Get those parachutes out as well.
Oh, Ken Payton, yes, that one. The head of IBM,
Mm-hmm.
when computers first came out, the head of IBM is remembered for saying that he thought the world would only ever need 4 computers.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah, of course they were so large, things back then. Everyone's just kind of like, oh yeah, it's like you've got one over in the States, one over in Europe. What else do you need, sort of thing. That was how they were set up. So let's see if I can I'll use this test flight as a way of seeing if I can softly land very, very, very gradually. It's a nice desert landing. There we go. There's the shadow, which promptly decided to clip away. There we go. The shadow's back now. 400 meters. Coming in for the soft touch. Here we go. 4.94 meters per second. 2 meters per second. 1 meter per second. 0.7 meters per second. The parachutes have just decided to disappear at the last point when I really could have used them, because they've detected that I've got close enough to the ground to stop. Now that means I'm going to have to make a landing manually and cut engines. Oh, like a boss. That's how we do it. There we go. So let's take a crew report from the desert. Nothing useful there. Let's observe the mystery goo in the desert. The goo seems to hate it here. Gotta love it. There we go. Likewise from the other side. So let's go EVA. I don't know. Can we can reset the goo canister? Oh, we can. Excellent. And we can collect the data. Aha, I didn't know you could do that. Okay, so once your little dude goes EVA, he can do all these extra little things, which is nice. Let's go back in, observe that mystery goo, keep that data. I will take a soil sample, which is inevitably useless at this. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, he fell down, but he's okay. He's okay. He's fine. He's fine.
Has he got a ladder to get back up?
No. What do we need one of those for? Heck, why, it's just a ladder. Okay. I'm just going to give each one of these a slightly different quote. What should we call this one? We're in the desert, so this one will be Arid Fail 3. Right. keep the data. Surface sample, lots of sand and rocks here. You're thankful that you've been in a climate-controlled environment because it sure looks hot out there. The sand is dry and loose and it looks like it's going to take some effort to clean your gear afterwards. Love the little quotes in here, it's brilliant. So I don't know whether we've actually got enough of a... No, the Kerbal gravity is way too high to get us back inside the rocket, so we're going to have to recover vessel. There we go. Oh, good quote from Fiery Toad there as well. The one that Bill Gates come out with saying can't see anyone needing any more than 640k of RAM. Excellent quote. I love that one. Okie dokie. Let's rescue Jebediah Kerman, who is in the middle of the desert. Extra 11 points of science for that. Excellent. So we might be able to unlock the next branch of the tech tree now. Hopefully there's something in there which makes my life a lot easier, because I am really bad with these low-tech parts. We got 54 science now, so I think we can unlock one more tree. It's just a case of which. So we have radial mount engines, which I've always found are really useless, very difficult to use. Big fuel tank, which we can kind of get away with using a couple of smaller ones. The stability enhancer, the strut connectors, which allows us to make really complicated, crazy things. A tri-coupler, which could be useful. A better cockpit. Ooh, the Stay Putnik probe, which will allow us to launch missions without killing Kerbals. I think it's funnier killing Kerbals, to be fair. And then we've got the battery pack, this Science Junior. That would be nice to have that, but without solar panels it's going to be pretty useless currently. I think if we go for the rather boring looking section with the strut connectors, because strut connectors in this game are like magic duct tape. They are excellent. They allow you to make all sorts of crazy contraptions which wouldn't physically work, but you can glue them together quite nicely. Add boosters everywhere. Okie dokie. If only we can figure out the stability problem. Okay, let's chuck a dozen more of these things in here. Because now I can start strapping these things together, and they will quite happily keep it from wobbling about. Let's put a bunch of these liquid fuel engines on, which are going to be more powerful. Excellent, now we can start playing. You'll see in a second, I'm just going absolutely out of my mind now. Chuck loads of these things on there, wonderful. Kerbal duct tape. The Fragor 6. Love it. So what else did we get? We got the nice structural elements there. We got the tri-coupler, which could make things interesting. We could make a more compact rocket, but I'm not looking to make it more compact. I'm looking to make it more insane, because it's fun that way. And we put the those things on there. We're going to need to lift this out of the ground so it doesn't explode as soon as I launch, which would be fun. So boosters first. Secondary rockets. Oh shoot! That would have been disastrous if I missed that. There we go. Just forgot to put a decoupler on there between the solid boosters and the second stage, so they would have just burnt straight through the tanks. It all works. It's fine. Right, let's move them off into another stage there. So we're fire those engines. Fire that engine at the same time for vectoring. We really could do with the fuel line, because that would allow us to peel off all the layers. Middle section, there we go. Insane rocket. I don't care. It's huge. It's ridiculous. Absolute madness. But
Spectacular, spectacular.
If in doubt, more power. Rightio, let's Maximum throttle. Cross our fingers.
You know what would be funny? If you
Yeah.
put booster rockets on the booster rockets.
Just secondary boosters, tertiary boosters, quaternary boosters. Just keep going out and out and out, expanding, expanding. I'll have to make an insane one on the next attempt just for the fun of it. So I think eventually they're going to add it to the career mode so that you have like each item's got a certain cost to it. So you'd have sort of like challenges where you'd have a certain amount of funding and so on and so forth. Okay, I am tilting way out of thing there. So what my backup plan on this attempt, I'm going north, which is the worst possible orbit to get in. So what I'll do is my backup plan, when this all inevitably fails, which it will, I'll just assume failure and I won't be disappointed. I am going to try and head for the poles. Way, woohoo! Wee. That certainly kicked in some force then. That was 2 or 3 Gs he was pulling then, just as that detached. There we go. Come on, get this up to speed. Yeah, I'll try and get myself into a polar orbit, which is a really difficult orbit to do. But failing that, hopefully I will get close enough to one of the poles to actually land there and do some science, which is another place that people forget to collect science from, but the more points we can get, the better. It's just a short hop and a skip.
All I can see is a big screen of black and some bluey white things firing.
Yeah, that is the problem with that actually, is the when you go around the dark side of the planet, it is so hard, you just can't see anything, and it makes it a bit boring, to be honest. There's nothing you can see. I'll try and tilt it around into the light a little. Hopefully I'll be able to see something. So now I think the outer engines are going to flame out first. So we can stage those. Whoa, 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 they crashed into the bottom. Whoopsie! It's fine, it's fine. We've got plenty of rocket left. There we go. So, oh, we're actually going to reach a very, very high orbit on this one, and I've got loads of fuel left. So if I do get myself into a reasonable position, I will try and set myself up to head to the other planet. I mean, this is like possibly the worst orbit I could possibly try and do that on, to be fair. A polar orbit. And trying to go into... that makes my ascending node like 90 degrees practically. That's going to make life really, really difficult, but hey. Okay, let's turn the SAS off because we haven't got any engine running, and that will burn up all of our electric power. And then in a minute we need to head towards that target node, so let's get ourselves set up close to that target node. I want to try and bring it back. Oh, we gotta burn for 4 minutes. This is going to take some time. I think I'm 113 kilometers up. It's probably probably an altitude record for me, anyway. This is the only problem. There's any time when you're thrusting and you've got the throttle turned up that you cannot speed up time, so you have to sit and watch. I think I'm going to slightly miss the pole. I'm kind of like tilting off at like a 10-degree angle or something like that. Oh no, the poles are quite big. I think even if this does epically fail, I can at least make up for that. I might get close to it. It's one of those things, I mean, with any kind of orbit that you're setting up, it's really counterintuitive. You would expect that you know, as you get further and further up, you kind of, your brain naturally wants to tell you that it should get harder and harder to actually change your direction or maneuver or anything like that. But actually, the higher you go up, the slightest little thrust in one direction or the other will massively change your velocity closer to the planet. So
Yeah.
it's a really, really weird effect, but it's Newtonian physics for you. Really, really inefficient burn here. Kind of hoping in a way that someone who knows what they're doing doesn't ever watch this, because they would be screaming at me. Like, what are you doing? You're not using the Oberth effect correctly. That's not a Hoffman maneuver. What are you doing? Come on. What's that in the chat? I'm trying to catch up on this. You think still got a 56k modem? I have got a collection of modems in my cupboard. And I think, yes, some of them do work, although you'd be struggling to find anyone who would give you dial-up access these days. I don't think there's any ISP that still offers that, actually. I should know. I mean, that's what my new job is all about, is telecoms. So, but in my defence, I've only been there 5 days, so... So here we go, our apoapsis is kicking right out now because we are so far up into the depths of space, so to speak, that slightest little thrust in any direction is going to massively change our velocity, which is great. I'm going to use to my advantage, although I probably don't have enough fuel left to do that now. About a third of a tank. But the remaining tank I've got is really just the lander, so I don't really want to burn that up. I think we're going to get into an orbit with this. Well, we are declining at least. Trying to remember what the modem was that was most painful for me. I think it was a 33.6k. Is it Connexant? The Connexant ones were all over the place. Basically, the chipset was reused and reused, rebranded all over the shop. Right pain in the backside, those things. Hated them with a passion.
I need to go AFK for a moment.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
I will mute myself.
Okay, cool. No worries. No worries. Give me a shape.
Back in a minute.
Okay, thank you. Orbit. Orbit. Achieve orbit. Yay! At least we're going to get there, but we've got virtually no fuel. Totally screwed up, but hey. Right, now where the heck is that? There we go. My word. Right. Where is it heading? It's going to spin around in that direction. We want to meet up with it over there. We're going to have to make a maneuver here somewhere. Oh no. That's going to swing us out over there. Nope. This is tricky. This is possibly, like I said, the worst possible position to do it at the ascending node. Really, really bad position to do this, but... Whoops, whoops. Too soon. Let's turn the SAS off. Hopefully after a couple of orbits, because we are going to be, yep, quite safe now. We're going to be in a few orbits. Just wait for Minmus to spin around us a few times. Yeah. Yeah, that might take a while. That might take a long, long time. Yeah, so we're in a really, really bad position here. We've got virtually no fuel to do that, so...
And I'm back.
Hello there! So I just noticed how bad of a position I am in to make any maneuver. I've got virtually no fuel. And there's no easy way I can make this orbit vector. So I'm thinking it might be worth just ditching the rocking somewhere in the South Pole, because I've never been to the South Pole on Kerbal. Actually, I might just try and get to the South Pole, and we'll bring that down here. Actually, I don't think I need to set up a maneuver for that. It's going to be pretty obvious what I need to do when I get there.
Useless fact for anyone watching, apart from zoos, you'll only find penguins at the South Pole.
Yeah, actually, it's is it Antarctic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't live at the North Pole.
Only Santa and polar bears.
Yes. Jebediah seems excited to be going to the South Pole.
It's like, yay! And this is mission control. We've redirected you to the South Pole. Yay! Obviously, he's a fan of penguins.
Mission control, how am I getting back from the South Pole?
We'll get back to you on that. Dear, yes, perhaps an icebreaker, maybe. Right, let's... There we go, let's ditch the...
Did you hear about the icebreaker ship at the South Pole? This isn't a
Yes.
joke. I'm
Yes.
being serious
No,
now.
no, I was watching the news story of that. I was...
The icebreaker ship got stuck, so they sent an icebreaker ship to the icebreaker ship. That got stuck as well, so they had to send a third icebreaker ship
Oh
out.
my god, it's almost comical, isn't it? My
Yeah.
word. Can't imagine that though. It's not a very nice place to be at all.
No. No.
Still, South Pole, this time of year, isn't it technically the summer in the South Pole at this time of year?
Yeah, well, you say summer, it's not like in Australia at this time of year.
Slightly less
all
cold
summer-
than normal.
All summer is at the South Pole is 6 months of light.
Yeah, it's still frigging cold. Well, at least they had the light to rescue them.
But those icebreaker ships, I think they were at the North Pole, they weren't at the South Pole.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry. Okay, North Pole. Well, there's the dead of
I'm not
winter
sure myself, to be honest with you.
then. Yeah, still not a very nice condition, no matter what time of year
No.
it is, really.
Could have been South Pole. I'm confused now, I don't know.
Right, what's our...
I've just had one of those moments where you go, yeah, I did. I'm sure I did. I did, didn't I? I think
no,
I did.
Maybe, kind of.
Oh, no, I don't know now.
Well,
I've just had one of those moments.
oh, I think I have those every day.
Fiery Toad says he thinks penguins can also be found in Argentina and the Falkland Islands.
Oh, really? Didn't know that. Oh, flame out there. Okay, there we go. Let's get rid of that stage. I'm just skipping along the atmosphere now, which is really, really dodgy. Really, really inefficient way to fly as well, but hey, there's the South Pole coming up. Oh, this engine doesn't appear to be generating much electrical power for me, which is a pain in the arse. not got. I've only got half a tank of fuel, but at least I got the atmosphere to rely on that. Slow me down. Okay. It's just still rendering in the coastline. Never seen the South Pole before. It's I'm coming up on it quickly now, so I'm going to tilt myself around to the opposite velocity vector there. I'm running out of electric charge, so I'm not going to be able to make many more maneuvers. I don't know, did I explain how the reaction wheel system works on this game?
I don't think so.
So each one of the little capsules you got on the top, they've got a couple of very large flywheels in them. It's what NASA actually uses for making maneuvers on there. They're electrically powered. Obviously, they spin up and they spin down using electric motors. What you can do is if you brake them so that you start to slow them down, you will stop them from spinning in one direction. You'll cause your craft to start spinning in another direction. So obviously, if you have 3 of them set up in each angle, so like each axis X, Y, and Z, you can use these wheels to effectively kind of spin your craft in any of the 3 degrees. So it's clever, really clever.
Right. I didn't know that.
Yes, that's what they actually use. And I was wondering when I first started playing this game, these things seem to have this magic torque where they could just rotate themselves, and I assumed they'd put it in as some gameplay mechanic to allow you to actually control your ship without having to think about all sorts of different control systems and things like that. But no, that is actually how they do the rotational stuff. I always assumed it was done with things like little reaction jets that spat out the little bits of gas to spin the ships around. But no, you don't really use that at all for that sort of thing. It's all done with things like reaction wheels. The actual little jets that they use is more for like translational movements, pushing you side to side and everything, because there's no real way of doing that without something like that. So yeah. I cannot see my shadow. Where on earth is my shadow? Come on. Come on, deploy the chutes. Come on, please, deploy the chutes. There we go. Down to 5 meters a second now. Excellent. We can survive 5 meters a second onto crunchy snow. That should be fine. And we are.
I named this continent Neverland because I can't see my shadow.
Tell me about it. My word, it's bright. I cannot see anything on here. There we go. There it is. Right, we're much lower than what I thought, actually.
Fiery Toad asks, "Did you pack a ladder this time?"
Shit. Let's say no to that. How can I get out of that one? Well, I don't need to get back in the craft. Let's just do all the experiments. Observe the mystery goo. I observe the goo. Apparently, that's all I get for that. And apparently, I observe the goo again. So no interesting factoid from the goo canisters. Here, there we go. Tempted to. Can I do that? No, right. Let's EVA. Get the little dude to do his EVA report. A most precarious situation. Oh, 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 oh. Just managed to use his reaction jets to stop him from falling down the strut there. Yay! I think that is the problem, actually. I don't have a ladder in my available items. Here we go. This isn't really solid ground, is it? You got a sample but fear to dig any deeper because of the startling cracking sounds the ice made. You try not to think back on how you landed here. No. How did we do that safely? Let's plant the flag. There we go. Frozen fail. Number 4. Excellent. Question is, can we get back into... I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to get back in. I can... Can I raise this leg? So if I get close enough to the leg, I wonder if I can... Nope. So you do have some control over some parts of the ship when you're outside of it, but no, I can't do that. I was hoping maybe if I could raise one of the legs, I could get the... See, I should have done that actually. Before I got him out, I should have got the landing gear raised, and then maybe that way I would have been able to climb back inside. Oh, I wonder if we can glitch out the physics. Yes! Excellent! Woohoo! I cheated. How did I cheat? Excellent. See, I've got half a tank of fuel. I desperately want to use it for something, but I know I'd probably end up destroying myself, so I'm just going to recover the vessel and gain those science points. So I don't know if anyone observant is noticed. Let's tilt the camera up slightly in the background. I have. There we go. You can't see me now. I'll tilt the camera up and see if anyone recognises what's in the background there. I put them up rather hastily. Just wanted to get them ready when the webcam arrived this morning. I was like, damn, I really should have got these there. Oh my word, I need 90 science for the next element on there. 45 for these.
I can see a framed print and something else. I can't make out what it is because it's too tiny.
Yeah, sorry, it's a little bit farther away. Yeah, the framed print there is the signed concept art that I received from Mr. Michael Brooks himself at LaveCon 2013, which is why it's proudly framed. And unfortunately, the other two are the ones I've got from Elite Meat, and I've just haven't had a chance to get a frame to put them in yet. They were slightly different size and shape, so I haven't had a chance to get anything similar.
I didn't get to grab any of the ones from Elite Meats because by the time I got to them, everyone else had nicked them all.
Oh no! Oh.
They didn't send down enough for everyone.
Oh right, that's a shame. Damn.
Unlike at LaveCon, where he brought along a big wad of them,
Yeah.
and he took away half that wad back with him. But for Elite Meat, they just didn't send enough. So by the time I got to them, they'd all gone.
Oh, that's a shame. Damn it.
Boosters on boosters.
Yeah, let's make something insane. Why not? So let's just make a small but survivable thing. We won't bother putting the canisters on it or anything. Let's just make the biggest, most ridiculous thing I can make. Put this engine on here. Let's make a... So the great thing with the solid rocket boosters, once you light them, you can't stop them. They go full pelt until they expend all their energy. Let's just make the most insane rocket I can make. Slap a couple of radial ones on here as well. I keep chucking these struts in. The trick is just use these struts everywhere because they allow you to get away with murder. They're physically impossible. They've got an insane amount of strength, but they snap as soon as you detach a stage, and they're magic. Wonderful. You can get away with all kinds of crazy. Okay, this is going to be slightly insane, but sometimes insane is the only way to go. It's probably going to be massively unstable and lopsided as well, but that's just come across, hasn't it? Okie dokie. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it's getting a bit silly. But hey, it'll work. I'm sure it'll work. Right, we've got those ones on there, which is 3. We've got those ones on there at the same time, which is 3. We've got that one and that one. They were going to launch at the same time. Do you know what? I think we can just launch. We can just fire off all of these at the same time. What's the point in waiting, eh? To fire off all of that stage and all of the middle stage. Might as well. They're all going to burn the same length of time. Then we can decouple the middle stage. Second booster. What was the one? I forget what the name was. Unlimited liability.
Liability. Yeah.
Numero uno. Let's save that. This is absolutely ridiculous. I've never built anything this insane before. But hey, we're just testing. What I'll do actually is I will just go straight up, because you do get science points for being in high orbit when you make the measurements. So if we do that, we can gain points for being insane. No point me throttling up. There's nothing to throttle up. So here we go. So that's 3 by 4, 12 rocket boosters at the same time. In 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. I think we are going to start to burn up on the way out of the atmosphere. This is ridiculous. It's pulling a consistent 4 or 5G here, I think. Yeah, this any real human would be red paste on the back of the seat right now.
Jeopardize enjoying it though.
He's loving it. Where's our? Let's have a look at our apples. So we're on the dark side again. Oh dear. Should make an interesting explosion though. We're starting to get some atmospheric effects kicking in here. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh, oh. Oh dear. Give it a second. I have no idea what just happened, but whatever it was, it happened, and yeah. Okay, let's revert that. Oh dear! Just at some point then it just went crazy. I don't know. I don't know what happened. So this is the problem with Kerbal. You just always have these moments of okay. Odd. These moments of insanity. I think it's when the physics engine glitches out. You have things like that happen.
See, if it was me, I'd have put another ring of booster rockets around the bottom.
We'll have to keep going. I think if this one actually fails, we'll just keep going and going. It just collapsed on itself. I don't even know what the heck happened then. I think it must have been the oh, what do you call it? The no, it's doing it again. Whoa, it done it again. There we go. Oh, there's a mess. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's pretty. Oh. Whee! Oh dear, just a big mess of smoke and fire, and it just. Oh dear, right, let's try that again. We'll make something else. Let's just keep putting more and more on. If in doubt, add more rockets. That's the way to do it. We've just completely forgotten the point of what I was going to do on this now. You know, I'm not even going to bother adding in a stage to do this. I'm just going to add loads and loads of solid boosters because they're the most fun. You just got to light them and pray. Let's put in some of these. Why not 4 of the buggers? Chuck them in. There we go. And then we'll put one below. And So let's chuck some more of them in. 3 of these, 3 of those. Actually, I think that might work. You see the faces on the Kerbals below, kind of looking, what the... Yeah, let's just stack it. Let's just keep stacking it. This will work lovely, I think. He says. Oh dear. Oh dear. Case of insanity now, I think.
Yeah, you're now starting to be on my sort of sense of humour level.
This is just batshit crazy, I think. Oh my word, I'm just hoping these strut connectors are physically good enough to do this. I don't even know how many phases have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. A lot. Screw it.
You have to name this one the Christmas tree.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, hang on. Oh my word.
Fiery Toad
no.
thinks you're insane.
I am. I am completely insane. Oh dear. Right. Let's do that. Let's glue all these phases together because it's just not going to work any other way. I'm going to have one last solid booster at the end there. I honestly don't know if this is even going to be stable enough to stand up. Let's call this the Christmas tree special. If I can type. There we go. I don't even know whether this is going to stand up right. Ooh. It looks good enough. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be stable. What am I worrying about? I think. Yeah. Oh, there. Yeah, drawing board. You'll see in a second what happened there. God. Oh dear. I had a feeling that sort of thing would happen. Let's try that. That would work. That works. Oh, hang on. I'll tell you what we'll have to do. We'll have to get it slightly closer to the grain. Let's try that. This will work. This will work this time. I swear. This will fix it. I think you have to be slightly insane to play with Kerbals. There we go. Oh! I wonder if... Oh dear. This is just not going to work, is it? I'm going to quickly try and just launch them. I think this is just going to peel itself apart. Whoa! Oh my god! It's like a flying X of death. My word. You can't let it stay on the launch pad because it will just collapse under its own weight, but once you get it going... My god. Insanity. Oh dear. I can't even see. There's so many boosters on this stage, I can't see what the next stage is. My screen is just filled up with like boosters. Gee whiz. I can't believe this is actually working. This is the most ridiculous rocket design ever. Where are we going to? We're 10,000 meters already. And we're burning up on the way out. Oh my god. Oh god. It's like a big mess of that is going to make such an explosion. Straight up and onward till sunrise. See how high we can get on a whole collection of insane rockets. I wish I could switch. Can I? No, I can't switch to the... Can I switch to the debris? No. switch to the B. Damn, that would be good to watch the debris fall back down and see how much of a mess it makes.
Oh,
It actually worked. It actually worked. The most insane rocket design ever. I want to see how many layers I could keep building that out to now. It's obviously. Oh dear.
what you mean? Carry on outwards like you were doing,
Yeah.
or different stages? So you'd
Just
have the first stage
just
peel off, and
just
then you'd
keep
have a
doing
second
it.
stage peel off.
Oh no! Oh no! Houston, we have a problem. Oh, you're gonna like this. Oh dear, I've just gone to map view to see where the little Kerbal's going to end up. Yeah, he's going to end up a long way from home. Oh dear. Yep, he's in deep space. He's basically in a trajectory around the sun with no hope of getting home. Oh, bless him. Sorry, Mr. Kerbal. He's got no engine power. He's got no nothing. All he's got is a few blinking lights. That's, and a view of space. Sorry, Mr. Kerbal.
Oh.
Well, we've got no communication equipment. There's nothing I can do with that.
He
To be
looks
fair,
excited. He looks excited about
he's
it.
really happy. He's going to be the first Kerbal to end up in a stellar orbit. Wondering if I can do anything to increase. Actually, I'll show you the magical power of Kerbal duct tape, because if I put these struts in these really silly positions, it may give me enough stability to actually pull this off, which is ridiculous, but it might work. Whoops, don't want to do that. Let's try that. Whee! So I'm wondering, physically you should be able to get more and more boosters. If I could put it in a more compact space, I could put them in a spiral or something. And I can end up with just more and more and more boosters. See how many boosters we can launch in one stage.
Oh.
This is ridiculous. Look at this. Oh, it actually worked. Look, it's stable enough. Those tiny little struts on the bottom are enough to make it work. And they collapse wonderfully. Excellent. Those ridiculous little struts are insanely strong. They shouldn't work, but they work so well. That's why I wanted to get them. That was one thing I wanted to get on that tree, was because I knew that would allow us to do some crazy contraptions.
Oh.
I can't believe this is working. See, I want to... I just want to hit the spacebar and like decouple some of these things, because it would make an epic mess if all these things were to fly off like a rocket. Like New Year's Eve all over again. Oh, some serious heat. Where are we? We're going to end up in only a 50-kilometer apoapsis. That's no good. We need to go higher. Let's see if we can get him up to a higher orbit without completely killing him. Oh no, now we've got a problem. Yeah, I've done exactly the same thing again, and he's in a ridiculous orbit. Damn you! Damn you! Let's make a bigger rocket. I think that last one wasn't big enough. Bigger. Bigger is better. Wait, let's... If in doubt, add more power. always the way to go. Right, let's chuck in. How many can we get radially around here? Oh, 8? Can we fit 8? Excellent. Bag it. I'll have it. Chuck it on there. Right, okay then. Alright, let's chuck more of these beauties on here and just keep going out. This is going to look more like a Christmas tree for your alien. My word, this is going to be madness. Not like the last one was already mad enough, but... Oh, I can't actually zoom out of the editor window far enough to see what I'm doing. That's that's a bad sign. If you've done that, you've obviously broken something. The game wasn't intended to do this. There we go. That should work. That looks like it'll work. Don't you think that'll work? And we can actually fire this in multiple stages. I think we should try it once, and it's got 16 stages currently. We should fire it in 16 separate stages to see whether it actually works. Now I'm going to have to add the magic struts in. Oh dear.
Oh, it looks so silly.
Well, at least it doesn't, you know, like all rockets in this game end up looking just like phallic. So at least this one looks a little different. Oh dear, this is going to be... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to put anything to suspend the weight of it. Damn you. Okay, I think I'm just going to have to hit the boost button as soon as possible and cross my fingers and hope that it doesn't crash into things. I think that's the only thing we can do here. Fingers crossed. Oh, that just reaches. Oh, that reaches. Oh, yep. These struts are getting really, really long, but yep, they're working. Excellent. Ah, that'll work. That'll work lovely jubbly. There we go. The Christmas Tree Special Mark II. There we go. So this phase, it's going to launch all its separate phases. I don't think the first couple of phases are going to be enough for it to actually launch off the ground. I think it's way too heavy. I think we need all phases firing in one go in order to lift the damn thing. It's so ridiculous. I don't think it's going to fit on the launch pad. No, it's... No, it's... Oh, oh no. Oh dear. Let's try that again. Dear. Why have...
No!
Oh dear. Oh dear. Something's... yeah. Oh, well, he survived that time. Okay, let's try that again. Whoopsie!
Watching your second attempt where you tried launching some of them.
I was just hammering the spacebar, hoping that it would work. It's like, come on, it's got to land. No, oh no. Oh dear. Let's just see. I don't actually want to bother decoupling any of these things. I just want them to all go. Just launch the damn lot, why not? That's the top one, we don't want that one. Let's glue these together. Glue these together. Chuck it all together. How to Destroy a Spacecraft 101 by Kerrash. I just saw that pop up in the corner. Exactly. This is how not to play Kerbal Space Program.
And the Kerbal is still walking underneath your whacking great Christmas tree rocket.
Yeah, he's more than happy. He's checking the size and the scale of it is adequately insane. Hmm. I don't think this is even going to work, but hey, I'm going to hammer the spacebar as quick as I can and hope that it just pulls up, please. Oh, we lost a couple of... We're unstable. I think we left a couple on the launch pad there. Yeah, a couple broke off at the base. We lost 1, 2, 3, I think. So we're not exactly going to go in a straight line. Uh-oh. We got a couple snapping off. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, oh.
Whee! I don't know why Jebediah is so happy. He's basically flying a ballistic missile right now. He seems incredibly excited by that.
Oh.
Oh dear. Oh poor Jeb. Oh Jeb. What have we done? I'm sorry, Jeb. Oh dear. Well, I think we're getting atmospheric vapor effects in there. We must have hit some form of max speed there. And there's a little island there. I didn't realise there was an island there. And oh my god, he actually survived. Oh my word.
Fiery Toad says, try a few fins on all of that lot.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to give us much stability, but hey, we give it a go. Let's recover vessel. We couldn't have got any science points from that, I doubt very much. Bum, 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 bum. No. Surprise, surprise, we obtained no science from this mission. We are not gaining any intelligence from this. In fact, I think we have lost quite a few points of IQ in just the attempt. I think that's a perfectly good design. I don't see what's wrong with it. Yeah, I'll say I really can't zoom it anymore in the editor. Dear. This. Right, that'll work. That'll work.
Do you know what, Kerrash? It's 20 quid on Steam. I might actually buy this.
Oh, is it now? Is it? Oh, damn. If you subscribe to their tweets and keep an eye out because they are regularly doing Steam sales. I picked this up for about £4 or £5. So definitely keep an eye out on it, see if you can get it up cheap, but it is so much fun. And I've only just scratched the surface on it tonight. I mean, you get so many extra things that you can do, like, you know, different equipment and things like that. You get nuclear rockets and stuff eventually. You get much bigger systems that you can try out and everything. So there's a lot of things. I didn't even manage to achieve landing on another damn planet tonight. There's so much you can do with this. But yeah, it definitely is well worth it. I would recommend it to anyone. You know, even if you've got a slight still inkling of interest in space. Here we go. Right. Oh, it is balanced under the weight. Excellent. Let's turn on the stability control. Go into chase cam. I think chase cam would probably be the best. And 3, 2, 1. Lift off. And the CPU is struggling to keep up with this ridiculous display. It looks really pretty from this angle. Oh my word. The problem is you add more rockets, you add more weights, you actually end up reducing your overall velocity that you can achieve. Uh-oh. What's happening? What's happening? I'm seeing cloud particles everywhere, I think. Oh dear. So if I detach all these now, it would be an epic display. Oh, we are burning up on the way out of the atmosphere. That's not a good sign. We're going a kilometre a second straight up. we go. Flame out. Split those. It's a pretty mess. That's the best way of describing it, I think. These solid boosters are super effective, I must admit.
Oh, I like how it all just fell off in one clump.
Yeah, because of the way I'd set it up. Yeah. Excellent. I actually managed to save that. I tilted off to the side at the last second, and I managed to get the little dude to land back in the atmosphere. Yay! So he's not going to fly off into the ether. Where is... Oh, we're still on the dark side of the planet right now. Oh, lovely sunrise there. Look at that. Can we see... No? Can we see the sun there? See if I can... there we go. Nice little view of the star there through the little tiny little portal on the side of the... Excellent. Gotta love that. I wish I could get Oculus Rift to work on this game. I think it would be excellent to look in the cockpits because you can see your little hands and feet in the view. It's wonderful. Ooh, our radar altimeter at the moment is going absolutely nuts because I'm flying upwards at 1,750 meters per second. Whoopsie. What I'll do is I'll take a crew report and an EVA report from the highest point of the altitude. At least this ridiculous, insane mission won't be a complete waste because we'll gain some science points from this altitude. It's a one-shot deal because we're not in an orbit, so... Do you know, as insane as that was, that last solid booster was really useful to get us into a nice orbit, actually. So we're 1.5 million meters up now.
So hang on, are you saying my silly, stupid idea, just for being silly, was actually a good
It
idea?
actually worked. It actually allowed us to get into a good position. So I can take an EVA report. I love how the Kerbal's head is way large for him to even ever fit inside this capsule. It makes me laugh. Cool. So we've got a crew report and we have a EVA report, and he's on a trajectory which is going to bring him back down into the ocean on the other side of the planet. Well, hopefully, if the planet rotates enough. Oh, it's going to be close. He might land in the mountains, actually. Yeah, I think he's going to land in the mountains there. Going nearly 3 kilometers a second straight down. Not a fun place to be. Let's see if we can get the poor little Kerbal to survive. The most ridiculous rocket design ever. Alright, he's re-entering the atmosphere soon. Oh, we got the heat kicking in now. Love the heat effects, they're really cool. So you might actually see, because I'm going so fast now, you might actually see us when the heat of the atmosphere kicks out, you might start to see some like effects. Yep, here we go. You're starting to see some effects kicking in because we're actually going like several Mach speed. I'm not even sure what the Mach speeds are, Mach 4 or 5 or something like that. You start to see water vapor condense around the outside of the vehicle. That's why you see like they look like clouds, but it's kind of a shock wave because you're going several times the speed of sound. It's nice. Come on, Mr. Kerbin. Let's have a look inside the cockpit. Where is he? So our radar altimeter is... what's that? We're going down to... I love the little dials as well. All the dials are real physical things. That's our velocity, I think. This is our radar altimeter. So once we get to 500, there we go. See the parachute kick in. There's a little nudge on the dial as the parachutes yank us around. There we go. Cool. Well, I do love that the cockpit HUD is full 3D cockpit, and all the little indicators and everything work correctly and independently. Is really clever. All the detail they've put into it, especially for an indie team. It's a really good job. Oh, we've landed it almost midday. I think the shadow is directly above us. Excellent day. Let's get him to... Might as well get a soil sample as we're out here. Take a surface sample. Yep, it looks like dirt. EVA report. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it? So let's plant a flag. Xmas failed. Number 5, I think we're up to now, aren't we? Excellent. Let's pop him back inside his little capsule and we can recover the entire craft in one foul swoop and see how much bad science we recovered from that mission. At least we got to somewhere we've never been before, in high Kerbal orbit. We actually received 25 science points for getting into high orbit. Excellent. See? A ridiculous design, and it actually was worth it. Oh, I'm starting to get... Is that... Yeah, I'm getting a handful of dropped frames again. I hope I'm not starting to have network issues again. Arrgh. I'm really annoyed with my ISP right now. So we've got 56 science points. That would allow us to unlock one of these other tiers, I think. So I think we can go for a bigger tank. The winglets. So these winglets are quite good because they give us some sort of maneuvering control. The Mark 1 cockpit, which is nice, is more like a spacecraft, space plane cockpit. But you can only fit one crew in. The probe, so we can do remote flights, but I think it's more fun to top Kerbals off. The inline reaction wheel, so we can get more control, and then the batteries and the space thing. But I think with that, actually where we're looking at the moment, I think I will leave that for the next stream and let you keep you guys guessing. Can't decide myself on what best to do with that. So here, I'll just close out with this actually. Here is the list of all of the science we've gathered tonight. Look at that. I'm quite pleased with that. That's quite a good science log. 31 science reports found. And we've got all these other things. I mean, whilst we're looking, we've got the sun, we've got the planet Moho, the planet Eve, which has a little orbital asteroid called Gilly, the planet Kerbin with the satellites Mun and Minmus, Duna with its satellite Ike, Dres, Jewel, which is kind of like a Jupiter-like planet, which has a planet, and this is what I quite like, and it's not spelt the same way, but it's got a planet called Lathe around it, which just sounds like Lave, it just makes me think of Lave. Val, Tylo, Bop and Pol, and then we've got the planet Elu, and so far tonight we have achieved nothing. We've just been on this one planet. We have just pissed around for 3 hours solid, but yay! It's so much fun, and like you said, Alien, it's well worth it. I mean, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind paying £20 for them. I wish I can give them more now, because after I've played it for a while, it's well worth it. There might be a way of doing it on their website. Actually, I would check out, see if there's a way I can give them more on their website. But it's well worth it. Definitely great fun. So as the sun is thoroughly set on our space station, I think we will call it a night for this stream, because I'm starting to have an upload glitches again, so I think that's a good place to leave it. There we go. So as always, thanks to everyone who's tuned in tonight. It's been great fun. Next time will be episode 30. I can't believe it. We've done 30 streams already. I'm hoping we will have some Elite Dangerous news next time. Likely to be next Friday night now. I'm probably going to be having to do this weekly rather than a regular thing. But if we do get an announcement of Frontier early in the week, I will very likely run home and and start streaming straight away. But it'd probably be a little bit unstructured, as usual.
Well, thank you for streaming for us. Thank you for letting me join in. It's
That's
a
right.
privilege, as always.
Thank you. No, I appreciate the help. It was good fun to have someone to chat to. So there we go. So thanks to everyone, and we'll see you next time.